Morning. Not the normal way to start a YouTube video, and I had planned on talking about this over breakfast, or at least starting the video over breakfast, but I got up late. I'm late going to see Dan, so I thought I'd start the video this way today. This video is all about what my ride plans are for the year, what I've got planned. Tour de Mont Blanc, riding around Mjolka, and some fun things I've got planned. So better crack on with the ride, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Righty, so that's me back from a ride. I didn't take any film footage today because I haven't caught up with Dan for a while, so we just sort of chatted, and it just seemed wrong to pull out the GoPro and start filming with him there. And I know he's not a big fan of being in the videos anyway, so what I thought I'd do is come back to the office and just sort of chat about what this video is all about today. What I'm talking about really is what my goals are this year for myself on the bike, and some of the events and things that I've got planned for a bit of fun to just keep me focused and to sort of challenge myself. So there's quite a few things I'm doing this year, and there's a few personal things that I want to share with you, because actually, this is things I do with the guys that I coach at Velo as well, is we look at what their events are and say, yes, we want to try and make you as fit as possible for that, but also what do you want to achieve in your personal life, or what do you want to achieve in your personal fitness, that if any of your events don't go ahead for whatever particular reason, you can look back at your year and go, actually, it's been a really successful year for me physically. I think it's really good to have these little goals. Anyway, so let's talk about the first thing that I'm focusing on for this year. So the first event I'm doing this year is the Mjolka 312 on the 30th of April. Now, I'm really excited about this because I'm off out to Mjolka for the latter half of March, and then for the whole of April, and then for a little bit of May. So it's kind of exciting because I'm going to be there almost like 6 weeks, and it gives me a chance to train in a nice warm country and ride some decent roads and climb some decent hills, and just have a bit more fun with my training. So I'll definitely document that on the channel itself. But yeah, 312, that's my first big event of the year. I'm really excited about that. When I get back from Mjolka, I'm going to go and ride the Struggledales, which is 108 miles, I think, and close to over 9,000 feet of climbing. So again, it's chunky and it's got some pretty tough climbs to ride there, but I should be in good shape for that, especially after spending 6 weeks in Mjolka. And then I'm going to go and do Ride London. June is looking a pretty sparse month, so a mate of mine who we always do something a bit crazy each year, whether that's Everesting or riding around the same route in 24 hours to try and beat a local record. We always talk about doing something different each year, and this year what we're going to do is we're going to do beat GCN. Now, GCN a couple of years ago, they tried to ride as far as they could in 24 hours, and I think they got like 320 miles, and we were like, hang on a minute, I reckon we can beat that. So we sat down, we had a look at a route, and we're going to ride from Devon, which is pretty chunky to start off with. And if we think about it, we reckon we can get all the way past Blackpool. So that's close to about 340 miles with 7,000 feet of climbing. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do in June. So we are definitely going to YouTube that because it's going to be a lot of fun. In July, I'm going back to Yorkshire and I'm doing another struggle event, Sportive, and that is Struggledales, and that's, I think, about 112 miles, and it's over 10,000 feet of climbing. Now, if you've been paying attention, you'll have noticed that a lot of the things I'm doing are pretty chunky in its elevation, and that is because the main goal, or the main event that I'm focusing on this year, is Tour de Mont Blanc, and I'm really hoping that goes ahead this year because it's been cancelled for the last 2 years thanks to COVID, and I'm hoping it's going to go ahead this year. Tour de Mont Blanc, how long is it? It's 330 kilometers with over 8,000 meters of climbing. But here's the cool thing, we're going to be there when the tour goes there, and the exciting thing for me and for Calvin, who's coming with me, who's my mate who's doing the Beat GCM with, is that we're going to be able to watch the tour go up Alpe d'Huez, and I think that's going to be a really special week. After Tour de Mont Blanc, I'm literally going to take a little bit of time off. There's nothing really in the diary, apart from catching up with some brothers and sisters who I haven't seen for a while, and I'm kind of hoping we'll be able to see my brother from Australia and my sister from New Zealand, and we're all going to go to Scotland. I will still keep training, and there is talk of me potentially doing a jog to go and see them, but actually I'm not too sure, and ultimately I'd quite like to spend a bit of time with my family. So I will still keep training, and I am going to enjoy all that Devon has to offer because it is beautiful in the summer, but I'm just going to take a bit of time off, and then it's September. And then finally, I'm off to Girona, and I'm catching up with the guys from Corber, and I'm really excited about this because we've been talking about this for a while now, and it's actually on the cards. We've got about 6 people signed up to it. I haven't really started advertising it, and I will start in February really pushing this because I want to get another 6 people coming on board. But what we're going to be doing is we're riding from Struggledales all the way through and up to Andorra, round Andorra, and then back from Andorra back into Struggledales. So it's about 590k with close to 13,000 meters of climbing. So it's chunky, but if you look down the YouTube channel, you'll see the video that I did last year about doing a recce on it, and the riding's going to be stunning. It's actually not going to be that tough, but I just think it's such an amazing opportunity, such an amazing trip. And here's the cool thing, I'm not organising any of it. The guys from Corber are all dealing with it. They're super professional. They've checked out all the hotels. They're the ones that are in charge. I'm just trying to help them pull this together and ride it and have a lot of fun. So that's going to be amazing. And I think I've been thinking about this recently. When I go out to go and do this trip, I'm probably going to stay a couple of extra weeks and just enjoy what Girona has on offer, because it's just an amazing place and I'd like to try and discover a little bit more. Anyhow, so those are my goals, as in what I'm trying to achieve on the bike this year and my events, and I think they're really exciting for 2022. Let's talk about my personal goals, because as I said at the start of this video, I think it's important not just to have events to aim for, that it's important to have some personal goals that mean something to you intrinsically, and also some physical personal goals that you want to try and achieve throughout the year. So you look at your overall training year and think, or say to yourself, that was really effective. And it's something I do with my cyclists. The first personal goal I'm setting myself is to get my deadlift up to 120, if not budging over that. But also the second part of that goal is to hold that level of strength all the way through the year. One of the other goals I want to try and achieve this year is, when I'm back into Mjolka, there are 2 things I'd like to do. The first thing is try and PB up Struggledales. So my PB is just over 33 minutes 30, and I'd like to be able to get under the 33 minutes. Now I think I'm a stronger cyclist now than I was when I did that several years ago, so I'd like to put that to the test when I'm out there. I know I'm going to be fit, so it'd be good to try and give that a bit of a rattle. And then the last thing I want to try and do is, again, back in Mjolka, when I'm out there for the 6 weeks, is ride around the islands and do it faster than the last time I did it. So last time I did that, I did it in just under 11 hours. And I think I can hit closer to the 10-hour mark. And that's purely because I've done a lot more long distance cycling now. And I think I can judge the effort better, definitely stronger for longer distances. So I'd quite like to put that to the test. And it would be really fun to take the BMC and give that its shining light. That's what it's designed to do. It's to ride longer distances quickly and comfortably. So I'm excited about to do that. My whole training, my whole focus is to ride Hilly this year, to ride longer this year. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to document this all the way along. And that's the other thing I'm going to do this year, is I'm going to have a few more vlogs to talk about what I'm up to, so you guys can get a flavour of who I am and what I do. If you like this video and you want to follow my journey through 2022, do me a favour, will you? Hit like, hit subscribe, and that way we can stay in touch. Thanks for watching. June's looking pretty June is looking a pretty sparse month, so my mate and I, get your words out. June is looking a pretty sparse.
Sparse. June is looking a pretty sparse month. Yes, I said it. Oh, and then to cap off,